I'd be curious to know what are some of the methods you manage between taking in this information as opposed to applying the information.
The thing is that taking in more of information is kind of fun, and it gives you a high and it gives you a buzz and you feel like you're progressing. And so there's all these emotional rewards for learning to such an extent where when most people today engage in education, they're really just engaging in entertainment and feeling good about it, right? Whereas let's talk about implementation for a second. Like if you are somebody like I was and like you were, Jace, where, you know, you're having overly red brain conversations and now we want to think about, okay, how do we inject more green brain into our conversation? Can you imagine that first conversation that you're going to have testing out green brain? In fact, I will give you an example of this. I was 19 years of age. I was going through a sales training with a particular company and they wanted me to ask a question. The question was, how do you feel about that? And I was so used to not speaking in feeling language that when it came to ask somebody that question, literally the words almost didn't come out of my mouth, right? I remember by opening my mouth, but the words not coming out, right? It was that foreign to me to speak like that. I had learned a lot of psychology stuff. I'd learned a lot of personal development stuff, management stuff, but I hadn't yet integrated it into my linguistics yet. And so imagine that you're trying out having more of a green brain conversation for the first time, and contrast what I'm about to say against all those euphoric feelings of learning that we just spoke about. In this first green brain conversation, what are you feeling? You're feeling awkward. You're probably feeling inadequate. You're probably feeling silly. You're probably thinking to yourself, how the hell have I not done this by now? I should be further. Implementation is so uncomfortable, and trying things for the first time, second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time is so uncomfortable that it takes a real presence to be able to go, okay, I want to implement this because I want to become the kind of person that can do this stuff. And I recognize and I accept that the first 5, 10, 20 times that I do this, I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I'm going to feel awkward. I'm going to feel inadequate, and I'm committed to doing it anyway. But I think that's why, to come back to your question, Jace, is learning more feeds the high. And then when it comes to, okay, let's start doing now, it's the opposite. It's really confronting. However, to know and not do is to not yet know. And all of your gains in life, all of your gains in business do not come from your intentions or how much knowledge you have. It all comes from what you do. And so intentions should drive action. Knowledge should drive action, but any of the internal software stuff that doesn't translate to external action is not going to change your external reality. It's not going to change your results in life. And so all of the results come from, dare I say it, doing the hard things.
Surprise, right?
Yeah.
And,
Damn it.
Damn it. And God, every time I've had these moments where I'd have to make that kind of, like, I just feel stupid, man.
Yeah,
like,
same.
And that's, I have to, it's like message of the day, embrace the stupid in you.
No,
damn,
totally. Dude,
yeah.
I spoke about that tech business that I went into before. Like I'm not a technical person in any way, shape, or form. And this is the thing, is we all have places where we skew, where we have natural strengths. And, you know, the areas that we're talking about are probably my natural strength. But when it comes to tech stuff and like the more red brain stuff, I'm illiterate with that kind of stuff, right? And so I think this is the other thing that's really important for people to understand, and is quite cathartic when I kind of remind myself of it, is we are all bad at a lot more than what we are good at. And so just recognizing that, it sort of gives you permission to suck at something for a little while you get the reps in to become better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll confess a problem of mine, Jack, which is I'm all right at a lot of stuff. Like I'm all right. Like, can I put together a landing page? Yeah, I'm all right. Can I draft together an email? Yeah, I'm all right.
You're an entrepreneur. Generally speaking, how entrepreneurs are, right, is we're kind of generalists.
Yeah. But it gets me into trouble because sometimes like I get really excited about something that I should really not be doing. And I'm working with a team, and like there's a part of me that gets to that emotional, call it maybe this is the green brain, or I'm probably using this incorrectly, but there's times like, for example, I'm so tired of this damn software that's like not giving me what I need or implementing. So I'm like, I'm going to go find, new software. Let's start up a trial account. Oh, I can probably build something together. Oh my God, like 4 hours went down the drain. And I have a tech person that her job is to find the platform. And I got swung away. And that's like kind of a bit of the shiny syndrome stuff.
Yeah,
but,
absolutely.
Is that like... it's almost like, do I have permission to be like that? But it's not what I want. Rather, if you're finding that draw as an entrepreneur, what are some of the guardrails we should have in place so that we're not wasting time?
Dude, this is a brilliant question. I was having this. I did a training with my team a few days ago on pretty much exactly this, which is to say this: anything doing in life will often involve doing hard things. And the reason most people don't achieve their goals is because most people live their life avoiding hard, right? And the reason for that is when the mind comes up against something that's hard, and or, by the way, when the mind is fatigued, right? As human beings, we're in a constant battle with fatigue. And this isn't spoken about enough, but it's either I'm coming up against something hard or I'm fatigued, or I'm coming up against something hard and I'm fatigued, which just doubles the problem. When the human mind comes up against something that's hard or if it's fatigued, what the human mind seeks to do is retreat and almost disprove wherever it is you thought you were going. It's like, oh, that's not going to work, because it gives us permission to retreat back into what's familiar and what's comfortable. And so I think just this realization that doing hard things is important. We need to lean into hard, and that's what prevents most people from achieving their goals. And when I do, I know for a fact that my mind, because I'm a human with a head, is going to seek retreat, is going to try and prove the new way wrong, is going to develop really convincing stories for why I should quit, is going to give me really convincing stories for why I should go and chase something else that's new and shiny and easier, right? I'm looking for off-ramps, as opposed to just sticking with the main endeavor. And so what I found in my own life and my team have found is just having that realization and being able to anticipate that your mind is going to do that. Then when it happens, you're able to not indulge it, but you're able to go, oh, okay, that's that thing again. I'm doing something hard. I'm looking for a retreat. That's completely normal. And you just keep going because you understand the game.
Thank you so much for listening to the Selling with Love podcast. We have some previous episodes you can tune into right here. And if you prefer the short form content where you get to the point in under 10 minutes, we do have a ton of clips from our best episodes that are being shared on this channel as well. So pick which one supports you the most. And of course, thank you for liking, subscribing, and of course, selling with love.